Yes, thank you. All right. Right. Okay, you hear me? You live on the air.
Yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Yes. Sorry
Okay,
about
what's going on, Wiley? My bad. What you
doing
saying?
good.
You
Doing
doing
good.
good?
So what's your mind on the subject?
Shout outs to the Crown family, official King Payne. I was defending my friend the other day, and this all has happened because I feel like because of me. So let me make this clear, right? Because I'm trying not to laugh really hard. It's misinformation, and y'all are spreading misinformation. The reason why Tasha K said what she said wasn't because of the fact that she felt like I was about to say Storm Misha, that Storm Monroe didn't was a pedophile or whatever. We said that because of the fact there was an article affiliated with him that King broke on his channel. Okay. And another thing, King and Armon, they're not beefing. There is no beef. It's just I felt like it was something like a little, not being recognized, having recognition or anything.
No, I never said they were beefing.
No, I'm just saying in the YouTube streets. I'm talking about in general.
But they're gonna always believe that because people gonna always create their own narratives. No matter how you try to clean it up, they're always gonna keep their same narratives. And I think if you called in to speak to King Payne about the situation, they're just people.
Right.
Other people.
Yeah, I'm not attacking you. I'm not attacking you. You've been windmilling all day.
But what article came out about Storm Monroe? What
people
article?
been talking about you and all crazy. So I'm coming in peace. So I'm just gonna clear the misinformation.
What article you brought something up? I want to know what article about Storm Monroe.
It's on the Official King platform, so you gotta.
What's the article about? Just sum it up for me.
It's just an outline about a situation that happened before he came to Tasha K's house. So
okay, what was it? Was it concerning?
It was concerning something with the. No, it was concerning something with the child. So.
Okay, well, what did he do with the child? Explain it to the people. We got 1,000 people in the chat right now. I need to know that. Like what it is with a child.
Well, Wiley, I respect you, but I don't want to say anything. Well, it's all alleged.
No, I don't put it out there. If it's an article, I want to read the article about a child. What it's about?
Well, it's on King page, but Tasha K came on to the panel, and we all was cracking jokes on it. So we wasn't even supposed to be on there that long. So that's how I know the Crown family lit. So King didn't hit me up to come on here. I came here on my own because I felt like I started this whole wildfire, all this stuff. It was one simple conversation, and everybody's taking it and then misinforming everybody. So it wasn't that Tasha K was coming in saying that she was saying he was a pedophile.
So was the article about him being a pedophile? Was that what
no? Okay, it wasn't about no pedophilia.
What was it about though? Tell us what it was about. If it wasn't,
it was about a child. It was about a child being harmed. So
I'm
kind of tired. I'm trying to read your chat to go along.
Hold on one second. Hold on 1 second. Did he harm the child?
Well, you got to go on King page. Bro.
I want to know. You brought it up. You here on the Wiley Show. That's just like telling Oprah to go to Ellen. No, you here at the Wiley Show. So tell me, was it about him harming the child?
Wiley, wait, hold on. Let me answer. Wait, don't be so defensive and combative. Listen, it was a situation before he left. And it involved the child, and he wasn't. It wasn't the fact that I'm not sure, but it was something about a child. And we asked Tasha K when she came on the platform, did she know about that? She said no. I got the exclusive from King, and she said, I said, did you ever feel uncomfortable? And she said, well, I was touched as a kid, so I always feel like paranoid about that. So I did feel uncomfortable with him by my kids. That doesn't mean that he's a pedophile. So y'all been spreading misinformation for a long time.
When you allude to that and you say it's an article about him about a child, and she alluded to that, what do you think people are gonna come up with?
I don't know. Child
Like,
endangerment?
like,
That's a charge.
you know what? Send me the link to the article so I can read it to the audience, because the people ain't gonna try to go here over there to read it. I want to read it here, and because I'm interested. Since it's being brought up, he's a public figure, and something happened before he went to Tasha. According to you, send me a link to the article so we can read it.
Right. Hold on, and also let me also clear something else up too. I want to reclaim everybody words from the Official King Payne show. We've been saying flip flopping.
Send me a link to the article so we can read the article, because that's more serious than anything else that you have to say, because that's a very serious allegation. So if you have an article about it, we want to read it. Can you send it to the backstage?
Yeah,
the article.
Well, you know what? I'm on my phone, so I did the StreamYard on my phone because I was really about to lay down and I came across your video. So
okay, send us the article and then we can read the article, because bringing that up about Storm Monroe, let us read the article, and I will bring you back on once I have the article, because if it's an article out there, I want to read it and see what was it about, and so we give us more full of context about this whole entire situation, because people is not going to go over there and try to seep out. No, they want to see the article, and so we can read it over here. That's just like telling Oprah, oh, you must go on Fox News to read that article, or you must go on, she's Oprah. I'm Wiley. We want to read the article over here, right, audience? If it's an article, let's bring the article over here so we can read it and so we can talk about it, right? And we can share it. Let's see what it's about, because that would give us some context in this conversation. But just saying, hey, it's an article, but it's on somebody else's channel. Okay, give me a second. I think somebody is sending me an article. Give me a second. I'm going to read it. Give me a second. Somebody just sent me an article, and I'm definitely going to read it. They said, baby found dead in mom's apartment hours after she claimed he was abducted. Police said infant was reported missing by his mother from a park in Arizona and has been found dead inside the mother's apartment. According to the police, around 1:30 p.m. Wednesday, a woman called 911 to report that an unknown suspect put a bag over her head and took her 4-week son to the Brooks Crossing Park. She stated that she's in the process of putting the child into the car seat of her vehicle when someone came behind her and put a bag over her head and took the child. Detective Steph Taylor and Chandler police began to search the area and went door to door looking for the child. Police also chose to search the mother's home around that time. Around 3:30 p.m., the baby was located dead inside the mother's apartment inside of a black duffel bag. Police say that they are investigating the 19-year-old mother as a possible suspect in the death. We are not believing the objection story at all, Taylor told KPHO. We are looking at the mom as a suspect, and we are now looking at anyone else as a suspect. Storm Monroe, Storm Monroe, who lives in the same apartment complex as the mother, said the case hurt particularly badly. This is a quote. I work for CPS, so there are so many resources. You can drop your baby off at a fire station, at a hospital. You don't have to do that if you don't want the child, said Monroe. If we wouldn't been called, we could have taken the baby and provided a great home for it. Thursday afternoon, that was the statement there. Thursday afternoon, the police identified the mother as 19-year-old Jimmy Fodwell. I hope I'm saying the name right, was booked into the county jail as one count of first-degree murder. So this is nothing. I just want to read that. So Storm Monroe did not do anything wrong, because that's what I said. I said, let's get to the article. He didn't do anything wrong. Clearly, he was speaking up, and I want to do the quote of what he said, because over here at the Wiley Show, we deal with facts. And this is a quote from Storm Monroe. He said, I work for CPS, so there are so many resources. You can drop your baby off at a fire station, at a hospital. You don't have to do that if you don't want the child, said Monroe. If we would have been called, we could have taken the baby and provided a great home for it. So that's how we're going to clear that up. So that's what I said. We're not going to allow nobody up trying to do promotion for other shows. No, if you got something that you want to say, you got to bag it up with receipts. So I thank you to the producers from bombarding my DM with that receipt. Okay, let's go to the phone line. 6065, calling you on the air.
Hello?
Hi, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hi, so this is like my first time calling in, and I'm just amazed by the callers, because this is a mess. So I got into Armon like a couple months ago, and I could never subscribe because it was just like so messy. But I was entertained, and then eventually I got into you and Storm, and I was just like, okay, I don't want to subscribe to you guys because this is a little messy, you know. But then like something just told me like, hey, like what's going on like this? Because you guys are going like crazy on my mentions. So I watched your video on Storm, and I'm like, oh my God, could this man possibly, you know, like did something happen to him? Like what made him decide that, you know, Tasha and Chelsea, you know, were gonna possibly put the allegation on that man? I don't even know who this Bond Ray is, but supposedly, you know, he's like a little lover boy. I'm like, all right. But I've watched every video that I can, and I realized like there's no way that this man could possibly put this allegation without knowing that he might be sued. So he might have some evidence around, like he might have recorded the conversation. And I'm like, okay. So I watched that King, I think that's his name. And it took me a long time just to like hear Tasha's rebuttal. Mm-hmm. It was like 40 minutes, 45 minutes before I even like heard like real commentary. And y'all gotta do better because that I almost like never watched it. So I think as a Black woman, unless you've seen it, your child came to you and have, you know, said some concerns, you should not put any kind of allegation on any kind of Black fans because you can destroy them. And I'm in medicine, and like hearing this, I'm over here like I'm almost in tears because I'm like, please do not do this. I understand you don't like him, you don't like the fact that he put those kind of allegations on you, but this is a Black man. Black men in America, we don't have a lot of opportunities. Everybody want to always put us down. Like, please don't put any key allegations on anybody unless you have some concerns, you see with your own eyes, your child is scared, nervous. If you have a daughter, if you have a son, please believe them. If they're scared and be like, hey, mommy, hey, daddy, you know, I don't want to be around them. Can you please don't invite them over? But don't just out of nowhere come out your face and say, hey, oh, I didn't feel comfortable with him around my son when you also have a daughter. I believe that's what one of your callers had said. Because that implies that he wants your son because of his sexual, you know, orientation.
And can I say that it's very dangerous behavior because as a man, what is to say if Storm tried to get back into the workforce and that is labeled to him on the internet? And so I'm glad I'm vindicated in the fact that I wasn't the only one that heard that. So
me and my
no, go ahead. No, go ahead. No.
So me and my coworker, we were just listening to it because we're on break, and we're like, oh my God, because where I work at, I actually work for a pretty serious hospital. We're like, if we heard this, HR immediately would have an investigation going on. He would not be working. Like, this is very serious. And at my job, just the thought of you having that kind of allegation, you could lose your job no matter what. So I think, yes, this is YouTube. But a lot of people, you guys be aware of like the consequences of what you guys, you know, talk about. And I don't know if any of these things are true, but please be careful. And Wiley, I literally subscribe to you. I've been listening to you. Like, you have gotten me through, like yesterday, I've been at work for the past 12 hours.
Thank you.
All I've been watching is videos. And I am.
And guess what? This is just the beginning of stuff that's going to be shown here on the show. But I'm glad that you saw that. It's very dangerous. That would say, I do believe that Tasha K need to come out and make a public statement on her platform and clear this up because other people is hearing this. Just because you go to another channel, it's not on your platform, doesn't mean that you didn't say it. So she definitely need to clear this up on her platform, in my humble opinion.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. If she is listening, I'm not a fan of anybody. I'm a casual listener here and there. I just think, you know, this is false. Please, you know, if you want to tone it down, find a way to make yourself look good, but correct this, because in the outside world, this is a very serious allegation. And no matter what you have against this man, if this is not true in any shape and form, you need to clear this up because this is very serious. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Okay. The call lines is open. And so, Anonymous, you live on air.
Wally, that man just got me hot. He just really got me heated. He jumped on your platform to try and defend Tasha and say that that's not what she was alluding to. But then he, in the same sentence, he says the reason why she said this is because Official King Payne broke a story on his platform. And the story that you just read, what was it that was supposed to be so broken about the story to where he would ask Tasha, do you feel comfortable with Storm around your children?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to
There was nothing. It was nothing in that
how
article
Storm
that.
speaking out
Yeah.
about.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how Storm speaking out and saying that if the parent did not want their child, what avenues the parent could have taken opposed to killing their child. And that being in the article have to do with him asking Tasha whether or not she felt comfortable with Storm being around her child. See, so that means I need to go back and listen to that live because I'm trying to figure out, like, were they trying to allude to Storm liking children is why they brought up that article? Like, why did they bring up that article? Why did they bring that article to the platform? What was the conversation and the dialogue like where he felt like he should have asked Tasha K that question?
Yes, thank you.
Because these some sick men, if that's what they thinking.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so very much.
Themselves.
No, I'm saying thank you so very much because Storm want to hit the link. So I want you to finish up this statement before Storm come on. But go ahead.
Okay, no problem. But they sick themselves because it's them being gay men, right? And they already understand and know the stigma. Why would you try and put that on somebody that is identifies as heterosexual? He said he's heterosexual. He's hetero, and you want him to be gay. But even if you thought he was gay, why would you try and put that stigma on somebody else? That is very troubling. But thank you so much, Wiley. That guy, all of them, if that's what they do, they all need to go to the psychiatrist along with Tasha and go get their head checked.
Thank you so very much for calling in and letting me know that. Thank you so very much. Okay. Storm Monroe, you are here. Let me first tell you that you are here. Your name is trending in these YouTube streets.
I see it is, Wiley. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, perfect. So I'm trying to figure out, tell me what's going on, because I just, like, first off, I've been at like a bachelor party today. So like I'm trying to figure out. I'm just let me let you explain it. What's happening, brother?
So Tasha went on Armon Wiggins' friend's channel, the one that always drag you all the time. And she said that she alluded to that I didn't want him around my baby because I was molested as a child and I was in weird behavior. And so, and then when Tasha texted me, she said, I never called Storm Monroe a pedophile, but he have an anger problem and all of that. And then it was an article that they was displaying on Armon Wiggins' friend show. And the article, they trying to allude that you had something to do with the child and all of that. But clearly when I read the article about when a baby that was killed and you left a statement, I don't know if you remember.
Well, I can tell you, and I want to thank you for actually reading it. First off, that happened in 2018. I worked for CPS and I was interviewed by the news station. The lady in the building in front of mine killed her baby. Mm-hmm. That had absolutely nothing to do with me, and to insinuate that it did, it's absolutely defamatory.
It is. And I called it out. I didn't even know about the article, but I was calling it out as alluding to Storm Monroe and your whole child and all of that being around Tasha K. Child. I was calling it out, and so Tasha K. started texting me, and she said, when
was she not comfortable with me being around her kids? First off, I ain't got to be around your kids. Period. I don't give a fuck about that at all. But when was she not comfortable?
That's what I'm saying. So she didn't.
When she used to breastfeed her son in front of me, or when I was over there and it wasn't an issue. Like when was she not comfortable?
Mm-hmm. that's up to her. And so she was really upset about it. Let me see if I still have the text here. She the fuck I didn't say that shit. If that shit was repeated, if I said it, I'm handling this shit behind the scenes. You can say your opinion, but tell me what I said. That's not what I said. I didn't allude it to. He would be in my house. I he would be in my house if I felt that way. I mentioned she meant to say she wouldn't be in the house, but what did I say? Pedophile. Storm has anger issues. The fuck, Wiley, this is fucked up. Storm, so now Vaughn is a rapist and Storm is a pedophile. The fuck, y'all are ducking. Y'all are fucking. Y'all are too fucking much. Yes, because he ain't no damn pedophile. Whenever you can, and then she said in some other text messages that you have anger issues.
Okay, well that's her opinion. She ain't no doctor to diagnose me. But my whole but
he has a violent side, meaning anger management.
Oh, now I need anger. Oh, that's another side. Oh, okay. Let me know when I was supposedly so violent, but that's fine. But okay, I'm glad she said I was not a PEDO because I'm not. I can tell you exactly what happened. The lady lived in the building in front of mine, and she killed her baby. She actually drowned her baby in the tub. It was a lady, and I can tell you, it was a lady, her fiance, and they actually lived with her parents.
Wow.
And the dad came home and she had drowned the son. She had drowned, I don't know if it was a boy or a girl, but she had drowned the baby. And sure enough, like after that happened, the police came, the parents, they moved out of that apartment like that. It being quickly, they were out of there.
And so I do want to bring this up because I know you probably not on Tasha K app, but she responded. She said, I thought I told Storm better than this. He was very weak to be on that app, to be on Armon Wiggins' channel. Why would you do that? You should have waited. It was very weak. I'm still a queen. I'm still on the chessboard. And whenever I want to get rid of the crown, I would pass it on. And then she also repeated that on Armon Wiggins' friend podcast, saying that you are very weak.
You know what? I am, and I'm so afraid of her. I'm so afraid of all of them. So she's absolutely right. I am.
My thing is, I know you said you had blocked her number, and I believe you alluded to that. I think you said you blocked her number. Would it come to a time to say, "Hey, let me pick up the phone, let me call her"? Would you do that? Because she was alluding to that she was going to sue you, send a cease and desist, and she pretty much told me, Wiley wants a demand letter come out, you pretty much can get that as well, because I was repeating on what you said that if you don't drop the podcast, I would say that you did something to Chelsea or alluding something like that magnitude about Deshaun Watson, that you would be like a Deshaun Watson. And she was like, listen, if you don't remove it, because I'm going to sue, I'm going to send a demand letter and all of that, and you can get it as well. But I'm just repeating what you said. And also Conscious TV confirmed about what you said, that it was true that they were saying that they was going to put or have a plot and try to label Von Ray as a rapist.
I ain't got no reason to lie. Everything I said is in the video, or you can go back to Conscious TV Live from January. So I have no reason to lie about that.
And I saw that, and Von said, me having my peen, I didn't do nothing like this. I didn't force myself on Chelsea. I didn't even want to hardly have sex with Chelsea. I remember that live because I rewatched it to be up to date, and you did bring it up back in January.
Yeah, point blank period. So I'm glad she at least texted you and said that I was not a PEDO, because I'm not at all. And to think so was absolutely ridiculous and absurd. But I think it's ridiculous that people was trying to connect me with that. I mean, it was a homicide. That's what it was. But I just happened to live in the same building. Like, I'm not seeing where the story is at. A lady killed her kid. Okay, what?
Right, because
I did an interview with the news. Okay, so what?
Yeah, because it's an article, and I'm like, well, send me the article. Let me see what was said. So when I read the article, it was nothing like that. You gave a statement. You said you wish they would have dropped it off at the fire department. It's safety ways to do it if you can't handle raising a child. So it was nothing alluding that you had anything to do with that child.
Exactly. They want me to be the bad guy so bad, and it's ridiculous.
A lot of people were even saying like Storm started this all. He came out and said the thing about Von Ray letter. What made you say to repeat that? Because you said it in January.
I was simply clarifying the catalyst to the end of the relationship between me and that whole team, because I cut everybody off. Like when I said 6 months, I need 6 months. And she said, "You gonna leave your platform for 6 months? You gonna let your platform go down?" I said, "No, 6 months from y'all."
Wow.
And then her and the employee kept repeating, "Oh, he gone for 6 months. Oh, he not gonna be on here for 6 months." No, man, I ain't no.
And I can contest to this. Once Storm cut you off, you are cut off. Because I was cut off. I'm like, wait, what did I do? And you said I cut everybody off. You know, you wanted to distance yourself from them all. And I'm like, you know, when Storm do cut you off, he definitely get into that mode when he would cut you off.
Yeah, point blank. So I mean, like I said, they just want me to be the bad guy, and I'm not. Mm-hmm. I'm not at all. But listen, I've been through with the situation. Now, whatever messy bitch wanted to leak my Patreon, then they did that, and that was a business. But I'm good. They can start talking about me. I ain't never got to talk about them again. I'm good.
Yeah, I feel that, you know, in a peaceful world that it would be at peace. But what you alluded to, you didn't want to be a part of no crime. That was the end of your relationship, and you just broke it off, and that's okay. You know, a lot of people would say, well, Tasha K gave you the platform. Tasha K gave you everything. Why would you just...
Then YouTube gave her a platform. Mm-hmm. Then the white man that mentored her gave her a platform. Remember she said, well, no black person helped her, a white man did?
I remember that, and because she said a white man helped her in radio. So somebody helped her. I'm just glad that you just spoke your mind and told the truth, you know, because people were reminding me, because everybody kept saying, why would Storm just say something like this? You have said that back in January. So this wasn't nothing new. And Von even confirmed it. And also Von Ray came in the chat. He was very hurt, very distraught about the entire situation. He said he just want to be at peace. He's trying to recover. And this is just too much.
Yeah, he got his own shit he got to worry about. He got his own life. Von ain't even, is he even on YouTube like that?
He just posted a video about 2 days ago about his recovery. And you seen the doctors when they was pulling the rods out of him, he was hurting. He's recovering. And just to see this rumor, the sad part about it is he can't really come out and denounce it because he would be breaking the protective order that he have with Chelsea.
That's a good point.
So he can't even come out and say, Chelsea and them lying, because as soon as say that, she's going to take it to the court and try to get him thrown in jail. Like, she's still trying to get him thrown in jail. I was supposed to, you know, write a letter to the judge. Chelsea wanted me to write a letter, and I slept on it, and I said I'm not going to get involved because that's messy. Because I don't live in Georgia. I don't know what's going on between Chelsea and Von and the whole situation. So I don't want my words to be used to get him locked up when I don't know all the details.
Good point. You have nothing to do with that.
Absolutely. So I'm glad you came on. I wasn't even expecting it because I was like, Storm is quiet and stuff like that. But you're traveling and you just left for bachelor party. I think you said a wedding?
No, bachelor party. The wedding's next month. But I've been doing activities all weekend. So I knew my name was trending, but I didn't see everything. And then I look and I'm like, damn, like y'all, I think everybody's been live. And y'all can tell I've been drinking because my voice is gone. I think y'all been live like, what, 48 hours?
Like 48, like literally, I slept for a couple of hours. I just did a 6-hour live, did an hour on station, slept for a couple of hours, and I'm back at it because this is hot. You got to talk about it. Why it is.
That's true. So, and not only that, Storm is feeding the girls. Like,
you're feeding, and you're feeding. You left a statement. You said, "Hey, you're gonna feed the YouTube." I think a quote for a whole month of content. You said that on your platform, and that's true. And so I met so many new YouTubers that's coming out talking about this. It was so amazed because it definitely made a lot of people on YouTube talk about your interview with Armon, Wiggins, and all of that. And people would say, "Well, why he didn't come on Storm Monroe's platform? Why did you do it that way?
Well, first off, we discussed that. We discussed that doing like the simulcast. We discussed doing the simulcast and all that. I wasn't even tripping off that. At the end of the day, That was about me clearing up my conscience for where I feel I went too far. Now, if somebody don't like it, if people don't like it, well, you don't have to like it. But to be quite honest, a lot of people that don't like it, they just like to see the bullshit go forward. They just like to see the bullshit continue. They're the same ones that when these rappers get shot, they say stop the violence. But when motherfuckers squash it, then you gotta it's weak. What's weak about it?
I just think what for people they like the whole beef going. Just like what if back in the day they tried to squash the East Coast, West Coast? The media still was driving the East Coast versus the West Coast. So I just think the public, including myself, we like the beef because it's good for numbers.
And the public can kiss my fucking ass. At the end of the day, if I want to squash something where I went to motherfucking far, then I'm sorry, Wiley, then I can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. And it was a key, and we got y'all attention, and we trend, and we did. That's not the point. Is if I want to squash somewhere I went too far, that's only right. That's what's wrong with people. Don't nobody want to admit when they wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's wrong with people. Your pride too damn big, ego too damn big.
Yeah, I just think people, you know what I'm saying? They they like to be. I know because as soon as you did the interview, I did a poll and I said, was it a good decision of Storm Monroe to go on Armon Wiggins' platform? And I did a poll with the audience. 59% said yes. 41% said no. So we almost at a split here where people are, they have their opinion. So I polled it a couple people, but
that's fine. And these the same people that can't keep no friendships, can't keep no working relationships. None of that. It's just there's nothing wrong with squashing shit.
Yeah.
If I open up my mouth first and I want to say I'm wrong for where I took it too far, then that's my business. If you don't like it, spread my cheeks and spit in my butt, bitch. I don't give a
fuck. But thank you, Storm. You on vacation, so my other question would be, when you're going to be back home to do some content?
In between here, the trees and the
cars. I'm happy for you because I'm glad that you're traveling and stuff like that. Many people, I was like, well, maybe Storm, because I thought that you were scared. I thought you was like scared of what's going on, so I thought you went on a hiding spree. But obviously, you're out on vacation, so that just cleared up my mind. Because I'm like, is Storm the kind of scared of Tasha and all of that? Because you know what happened to Von Ray? Is he somewhere trying to get security so things won't happen to him?
Oh, well, I'm absolutely scared of all these people. All of these YouTube people are so dangerous. But Wiley, let me ask you something, Wiley. Come on now, keep it real. Mm-hmm. Keep it real. No BS. Mm-hmm. Would you really believe I would have something to do with a baby homicide?
No, I didn't believe it. And when she was alluding to that, because they kept saying a baby in a bag or a baby, and I'm like, what the world is they talking about? Because I couldn't get through the whole live. And so it just so happened today, I'm just talking. And then a caller called in that was on that panel. He said, it's an article. I'm like, well, what's the article? Because I'm thinking like you had something to do that you had some in your past. And obviously that wasn't at all. You was literally giving a statement about a child that was murdered, that a building that was next to you, and you was just giving a statement saying this shouldn't have how to avoid something like this happening. You left a statement to the news. So I'm glad that I was able to read it for myself, but you could just see how narratives can be spun in the social media world.
Absolutely. And they did that because I used to work with kids. You know what I mean? And that it's just I get it. If a person don't go read for that, I appreciate you reading it. I really do. I'm just saying.
I had to read it because I'm like, and he didn't want to send me the article. But then my supporters, they sent me the article and bowed. I read it. I said, oh, this is nothing like Storm didn't do anything wrong with this. It was a sad situation, but Storm hands are clean in that situation.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If I was to do some shit like that, why in the hell would I be on the internet?
That's true. That's true. That's a way to take you down. If you know what I'm saying, to kind of like destroy your career.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely.
Would you try to file any paperwork, like legal paperwork, like a cease and desist, or try to sue people for defamation for that particular channel, because they do come for your neck and say all type of allegations towards you?
They do, and you know what? We're gonna let God handle that. God gonna handle things in His own time.
Yes. Okay. He definitely will do that. Thank you so very much, Storm.
Is it one more thing you wanted to address? I heard something about somebody didn't want me around because something with candles or something. Did you leave that part out?
Oh no, you could talk. You could definitely talk about that because I didn't bring that up, but you can address it.
Go ahead. I want you to put it out first. I want you to say it.
Oh, I'm trying to remember about the candles. I think she said you had candles of her. I'm trying to. I'm like my mind. I have a brain smart about that. I think Tasha was alluding that you had candles for her. I believe. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I'm very far on that because this other stuff just like my mind just was on that. So, can you allude like the candles? What was that about?
I mean, apparently, what I was reading and what I'm being told is,
Okay.
she didn't want me around because she was trying to say I was an occultist. Is that what she was trying to say?
Oh yeah, like I saying this or something.
Oh,
Like voodoo.
like voodoo.
Are you into stuff like that?
You know what? I'm not, but it's just flabbergasted that I would be called the occultist between the two of us. Flabbergasted.
Yeah, I just to see this, I knew
Because baby, everything that the Oracle tried to send at me didn't stick.
Mm-hmm. I knew this was gonna happen. Anytime like a fall.
So maybe you should ask them who the Oracle is.
Wow. Mm-hmm. I know you cleared it up about her, talking to her husband, because when I had a conversation with Tasha K, she was like, "Oh no, I had a conversation. I told him that they want you to take the video down. Take the video down. He ain't had no conversation."
That was about Ajna Sarah, but those two separate conversations I had with her husband was between me and her husband when we were together. She was not there. The first one, she was at the mall. I was in her house. It was me, him, and Lamine there. Okay. She called him on FaceTime because she was at the mall with one of her friends, and she kept asking him, "Baby, you want something to eat? You want something to eat?" He said, "No, I'm good." She said, "You sure?" I said, "I'm good." You sure?" I showed her the shoes that I got her that I was dropping off for her. She said, "Oh, those are nice. Thank you so much." She said, "Oh, you look great." I said, "Oh, thank you so much." Seen the studio, seen what they had did with the place, this last house that they just, I guess, moved out of or whatever. I don't know. So that was one conversation there when we had that. The second conversation was when we did the R. Kelly skit, the Savage Family skit, where I had the Bluetooth in the suit and shit. We was riding in the car and me and him had that conversation. He does not have to admit that to her because he got to sleep with her at night and she gonna be mad as fuck. So no, he don't have to admit that. I wouldn't either. But the point is, I meant what I said and I said what I said and it was true.
Wow. Thank you so very much. Talking about that because you cleared that up. Because when I talked to her, she was extremely upset, extremely talking about it. And said, "So no, they let Storm know people are saying he's hiding out in hotels because he's really scared of what happened to Von might happen to him."
I'm just gonna say that I don't know what anybody's capable of.
Mm-hmm.
But God will protect me.
And then you talk to a lot of witches and warlords, so they got you talk to a lot of witches and warlords that be doing spells. All type of people that he scares. Like I think you talk to one guy, he sees into the future, or he knows about your. Like I forgot the guys. It was something like that, and y'all had linked up, and he was in your place, and y'all did an interview. Something that guy does. I don't know if he sees into your future or he does.
You're talking about Jake?
Yes.
Oh my God. It's not that he sees into the future, but yes, he can throw bones and read bones and shells. Yes.
Okay, and I'm like, what in the world is Storm happening? Like, is he gonna try to get some of Chelsea hair and put like a spell on her for her hair to fall out? I'm like, I don't know.
No, I am not into nothing like that, first off. And second off, it don't even work like that.
Okay. I'm glad you was able to come and clear the air, Storm. Thank you so very much. I have a couple of callers here. Do you want me to take those or are you good?
Go for it.
Okay. I have a couple of callers in here. All right. The number is 646-716-8447. 2029. You live on the air.
Okay. Hi, Wiley.
Yes, you live with Wiley and Storm. What's your question or comment?
Okay, my comment is gonna rat Tasha K really that bored that she has to sit up there and dig up stuff on Storm? What's her obsession with Storm? And I'm gonna say that again, and I said that last night. I think Tasha wants Storm.
Do you think that Tasha wants you, Storm?
No, I don't. No, I hope not. But no, what she told me. Well, no. What she did tell me one day she randomly called me and said, "You remind me of my ex-boyfriend. He was a tourist too. He was about his business, and he wasn't about no bullshit." And we had a conversation. And I told her I like her work ethic, and I like that she worked through a lot of situations without complaining, and I like that about her. And we had that conversation.
All right. Caller.
There you go.
Yes.
Tasha obsessed with you, Storm. Tasha really is. Because I mean, Storm intelligent.
Yes,
he doesn't get on the air and like blast people, do all that old ghetto talking, and Storm's sophisticated. Tasha don't know nothing about that. I believe everything Storm says. Gutter rat is a liar, and she's obsessed with Storm.
All right.
And Chelsea, I'm going to say it again. It's just a matter of time. Chelsea will be her next victim.
All right. Thank you so very much for calling in.
Tasha don't keep no friends.
Thank you. Thank you so much for calling in. Okay. All right. We had to say how many callers you want me to take, Storm, so I can put them on the timeline.
You can take another.
2494. Caller, you on the air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey, you
I
live.
just wanted to clear something up.
Okay.
One of your callers said that I said you were smarter than that.
Okay.
I did not say that. I said you were better than that.
Okay. All right.
But she alluded to the fact that I was putting you down. But I do have a question for Storm.
Okay.
What's
Storm,
up?
I want to know why didn't you go on your own platform and clear this up, since you said you wanted to clear something up? Why not go on your own platform to clear it up? Wait a minute, I have another question. And because
I went at a time.
Oh, hold on, caller. You want to ask that one first? Go ahead.
Because I did clear it up on my platform. What I was letting you guys know was that conversation was the catalyst to me walking away from them. Because a lot of y'all did not, even though I had said it several times. But I understand everybody. We're putting out hours of content, so I understand people don't have time to listen to hours of content. I get it, but my point is, me breaking it up was to reiterate the catalyst of the breakdown of the relationship, point blank in the period. That's what that was.
All right. What was your other question?
Okay, but you said you cleared it up on your platform, so why go on Armon's show and do it?
That was to go on his show was for us to publicly let all y'all know that we cool. That's what that was about. And of course, that man gonna have some questions. Listen, I put people in a hot seat. I hold people accountable. So why the hell can't I be in the hot seat for a little bit? I can't. Do you hear the shit I say about Khloe Kardashian and how I hold her accountable, and Diddy and Chris Brown and T.I. and Ty? I can't do all that, but I'm not gonna be in the hot seat. All the stuff I said, I understand. Listen, I deleted a lot of videos. I understand a lot of y'all don't know that I had videos against him. But my point is, why can't I go over there and just officially clear the air? It was a very good conversation.
And I'm not saying you couldn't go over there, because clearly you're a grown man. You can do whatever you wanted to do. I'm asking you the question. I wanted to know why, in your mind, you thought you were doing it. And also, do you regret bringing up the situation about the R word being with Vaughn and Tasha and Chelsea? Do you regret saying that piece?
because you could have, said that you guys fell out because of something that was very sensitive without actually saying.
No, damn that, because ain't nobody else holding their tongue with me. So no, I'm gonna say what it is. No, I don't regret shit because I told the truth.
All right, thank you.
And I'm never gonna regret telling the truth.
All right, thank you so very much, caller. Okay, thank you. Anonymous, you live on air.
I'll take one. This will be the last one I take.
Hi, I'm calling again to speak to Storm this time.
Okay.
I wanted to ask Storm, or tell Storm actually, how dare you take the skills that Tasha K taught you and soar? How dare you not want to be her friend anymore? How dare you cut her off? Because nobody can cut Tasha K off. How dare you make money? How dare you have people that love your channel? What I'm saying is, she cannot take rejection, and it's killing her that you don't need to suck on her so-called titty no more. That's why she's mad. She feels she's competing with everyone. This is something that happens time after time, I've noticed. At first, when people were saying all of these things about her, I was like, I don't see Tasha like that. But she has been proven everyone correct lately. Let me tell you, earlier today, I watched that video on January 18th. And the way she came on that panel, disrespectful to you on CTV's page, was horrible. First of all, she came out talking about you and Von monkeying around. That's a jab because she's alluding to your sexuality. She do things and she acts as if she don't know what she's doing, and she's not innocent. She's very strategic in the things that she do. This is not just Storm. She did it to Larry Reed the other day. This is a pattern for her. And if Chelsea, listen, when they fall out, like you said, not if, but when. She better remember how she met Chelsea. She met Chelsea. Chelsea came in messy. Remember, she was working for Hollywood Unlocked with Jason, and Tasha hired her to get dirt on Jason. This is a pattern. But the thing is, Tasha K is doing too much, and more people starting to catch up with her. And she's not going to stop until she just ruin everything for herself and her family. She needs to chill.
All right.
So I'm so happy for you that you got away. And I just want to say I'm still subscribed, and I love everything that you're putting out. Wiley, y'all doing y'all thing.
Thank you.
And one more thing.
Yes.
One more thing, please.
Okay.
You know I'm going to ask y'all to subscribe to my channel.
All right.
Hear Her TV.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Email.
Bye.
We will. Thank you. All right. Thank you so very much, Storm, for coming on. Because you said you want that to be the last caller.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I just had to hop on her because I saw this and I said, well, what the hell? What? I am not the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the good guy. In my Stevie J voice, I'm the good guy. I'm just a YouTuber. Why everybody mad at the YouTuber? I shouldn't be worried about me. I'm sure. Who's worried about me? I don't understand. But you have a good day, Wiley.
No, you too. Thank you.
Take care now.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. That was Storm Monroe calling in and giving his side of the story. And that was a replay. Make sure y'all go check that out. I didn't really dive into Tasha K. I do want to dive into that for the next 10 minutes. Tasha K made a very smart decision to go to the app because she said YouTube going to have some drastic changes on YouTube, and the drastic change is going to be the money is going to drop on YouTube. So that's why she transitioned to her app. So she was talking about that. And so I'm definitely doing research on that. And that's why we have the members only. That's why we have the Patreon. And I think, all content creators should invest in an app to have their people in an app, because you just don't know what would happen with YouTube if they take the monetization away. You don't want that to be your only bread and butter. So that's what she talked about. I didn't really get to dive into that on the previous video. Thank y'all so very much for tuning in and giving y'all thoughts. Let me read a couple of your comments. She said that YouTube may move the point when they're not paying the content creators. And if they move to that, that'll be like the downfall of YouTube. But it is backed by Google, so I didn't hear that and see that. And so I'm definitely going to diversify. Y'all, excuse me. I'm just at the coughing spell. I'm definitely going to diversify the content. And so we're going to be talking about political stuff. We're going to be interviewing web series people. We definitely going to be bringing them on the show. So we're going to have a whole spectrum of stuff as well. It's about a lot of YouTubers behind this. Definitely need some tea. That's what she said today. She said it would be like TikTok. Yeah. So it's not having been announced yet, so no content creators should be worried. But I do believe we should be invested outside of YouTube. Did you catch the third James? Remember what your mother is. Storm is a whole what? Tasha is trying to scare content creators. She wants people to get her app. Kaya also did this 2 years ago when she broke up with Maddie. Not comparing, but Kaya has talent. Excuse me. So yeah, so she gave our reason of why she transitioned from there. But thank y'all so very much. I'm gonna go. We will have more content tomorrow. Today rather, because it's already August the 22nd. I will be in Vegas on August this weekend. Looking forward to it. Going to Usher concert, so I'm super excited. I've never been to an Usher show, so I'm just super excited for that. I'm just super excited to link it up and meet it up with the subscribers. So thank you. So if you want to come and meet me, you can email me at wileyshowproductions@gmail.com. You can meet me at you can link up with me in Vegas, and we're gonna have a good time. We're going out to eat. We're gonna be visiting some casinos. Gonna be all that, and so definitely, yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. They said Natasha is somewhat right. The money has decreased for content creators. Really? Do anybody want to dive into that? I will drop the link. Do anybody want to dive into that and give more insight on that? Do y'all believe that YouTube would do that? Wiley seemed like one guy that doesn't take any pictures when Wiley seemed like that one guy that doesn't take any pictures when it goes on a trip. I don't like taking pictures like that. I just like to enjoy the moment. Content creators have reduced the content and lost their minds for cash apps and done it for the foolery. Well, we give y'all good content over here. We definitely give y'all good content over here, and that's what we do. We make sure that you get quality content, the best that we can do. And so, yeah, but I do suggest people do get their own app. It's really, really good. You can cut out the middleman. Exactly, the butter and melon and everybody is taking it all each other. Yes, they absolutely will. Y'all please, if you want to. I knew it. You got to capture the moment, especially when you are an influencer. Absolutely. Most definitely. Absolutely. And so that's what we're going to do. So I did a replay of the interview of Storm Monroe. So if you didn't watch it, catch up with it. Definitely invest outside of YouTube. That's why we do the station head. And we also do Vegas. So we definitely do that. So that's exactly what we're doing. I will be doing some lives in Vegas for members only. So make sure you join members only because we definitely are doing members only lives when I'm in Vegas. So we're going to do a couple of lives about that, about the recap of the trip. So if you don't see me, I'm doing it for members only and for Patreon. So if you're on there as well. Also, we're going to do our watch party for Bobby Light's new show. We're going to start doing that sometime this week. Yes, YouTube is going to price themselves out. Yeah, if they make that transition, they're going to lose a lot of support. if, like, say for instance, they say, hey, we don't want to do the monetization, they're going to lose a lot of support. Dr. Pat said, peace and blessings. I'm proud of both of you. Tell Tasha to pay Cardi her bag. Thank you, Dr. Pat. My dance channel I follow already stopped receiving payments. Really? Is that true? Oh my gosh. Is that really, really true? I didn't know that. Wow. So that's definitely need to be definitely diversify the content. All right. Let me see. YouTube people. Yes, a lot. YouTube is not my full time. I have a full time job, so YouTube is not full time for me. YouTube is also censored. Y'all can't say so many words in fear of getting demonetized. It's ridiculous, and that's why I tell people to go on my station ad. There's a break in the algorithm too. Yeah, so our views have increased. So I love that. So we're gonna give other type of content and be funny. I can be funny without saying certain words. So I'm really good at being censored. I'm really, really good with that. Yeah. Have y'all been enjoying the content? We got 5 more minutes. I want this to be an hour video. Have y'all been enjoying the content lately? Let me know in the chat, because we have been, pushing out, the content these past couple of days. And we definitely greatly appreciate it. Who the heck is running YouTube like that? Very much so. Thank you. It's great that you're good at it and can adjust, but it's ridiculous that you have to do it. Yes. Do you get paid off of we get paid out of donations? People donate. These creators better start writing books and create a reality. Netflix and Roku. Yeah, we definitely writing our book. So I'm super excited for that. I'm just in a place of how much do I want to share. It might be a short book, not going to be too thick, but I'm definitely writing a book and definitely want you all to get it. It may be like a short story, but definitely. All right. Well, thank y'all so very much. Make sure y'all leave us a comment. We will see y'all in the next video. Peace.